standing here in front of you with no makeup on, literally zero. You can probably, at least I hope you can't, but you probably can see a couple of spots and stuff like that. Yes, I am in my 30s, but you know what, this is the way it goes. The reason why I don't wear makeup is because it's not really that important to me. That might sound a bit mad, but an awful lot of my day is spent between working in the kitchen, and at the moment it's summertime, it's about 20 degrees today. While it's very dull, you can see that my room is not very light filled. Hang on, and I see, can I improve this by turning on the light? Hang on a second. Oh, that's a bit better, is it? No, we'll turn that off. It is dark outside, but it is the middle of summer, and in the kitchen when I'm cooking, the temperatures can get up as high as mid-30s, sometimes even the 40s. I can very often be in a bit of a puddle. And then if I'm not working in the kitchen, I'll be working in the garden or in the polytunnel, and again it's definitely going to get up around the 40s mark in there. So makeup just tends to slide down off my face. So makeup is kept for very, very special occasions. So you're always, well, not always, but for the most part you're going to see me barefaced, and this is who I am. And you will have seen, I hope, you've seen some of my videos already. You can hear in the background, I think you can hear the washing machine in the background as it takes off. It is, let me just check the time. It is 9:41 AM on a Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday the 17th of June 2015. And thus far this morning, I've caught up on all the news, I've checked up on some social media for some clients, I've popped the 6-year-old off to school. Luckily enough, I have a little bit of help getting him to school in the morning, so I didn't have to walk him to school today. Lunchbox filled and all the kind of the mom things that you have to do. He's dressed in his uniform. He is wearing sun cream because it's Irish summer. So it doesn't necessarily mean that just because it's raining outside doesn't mean that we shouldn't put sun cream and a raincoat on our kids. What else have I done? Oh yeah, so I've got a meal in the slow cooker, and I've also got a meal slow cooking in the oven because I'm doing some batch cooking today. And I'm back up in my office. The 3-year-old is playing in his bedroom. He's playing with trains. He's absolutely obsessed with Thomas the Tank Engine, and we'll head out for a walk in a short while. The last week has been really, really fantastic. I got to go to Taste of Dublin for the first time well, the first time I went was last Thursday, and it was its 10th year. Now I'm going to be absolutely and completely honest with you. Taste of Dublin is really, well, I suppose it kind of struck me that it wasn't really my thing. For a long time I really felt that because there was a charge to get in, and because often the food could be quite expensive, that it really wouldn't be my bag. But I got an opportunity to go to the launch of Taste of Dublin, and I got to catch up with an awful lot of other foodie people on the first day on Thursday. And as it transpired, it was well worth my while going in, because it turns out that I did 2 cookery demonstrations on the Saturday of Taste of Dublin. I got to catch quite a number of masterclasses and cookery demonstrations myself over the weekend, and it was really great to see other cooks and chefs show me how they're cooking and what they're using in their kitchens at the moment, and talk about things that they're passionate about. Obviously passionate about food, just the same as I am. But still, every evening I still had to come home. There was pigs to be taken care of. The weather has been quite warm, so we had to make sure that they had enough water to wallow in to try and keep themselves cool. They like to wallow and brush themselves with mud, which will help them not get so sunburnt. Even though they are free-range outdoor pigs, so they do have a thicker hide, when it's really, really strong sun, they still can sometimes get a little bit sunburnt, and wallowing in the mud can help get them a little bit colder. I still had to go and water the fruit and vegetables at the allotment and in the polytunnel, and I still had to come home to the kids. And look, my life is not one of glamour, but it was nice to get away from it for a few hours, and to feel like my life did not revolve around cooking, gardening and kids, and instead it revolved around doing nice things, which is a really, really lovely treat. Today now I have a little bit more work to do. When I say a little bit, I'm probably going to be working for most of the day. But because I work from home, I've got a 3-year-old who's at home with me full time at the moment. He'll start preschool in September. So that will give me a couple of extra hours at home, I hope, to get more work done on my own. But I dovetail, I fit my work in around his hours. So at the moment he's playing, I can catch a couple of hours at my desk. And then when he begins to get a little bit more anxious or he wants a little bit more attention, then we'll go and we'll do something together. So often when you take a look at the food that I cook and the food that I've showed you details of, or recipes that I've shared on my website, it's food that I've cooked with my 3-year-old. So he's learning with me and he's doing stuff with me all the time. There's a front garden that has to be sorted out. It's a real case of Dr. Heal Thyself, because I have an absolutely amazing, fantastic allotment that we spend an awful lot of time in, but absolutely desperate. So does my back garden actually. It doesn't look great. I have to net up some fruit trees to make sure that the birds don't get my blackcurrants. And I noticed that the raspberries are nearly ready as well. So that'll be really interesting. I've got a few more videos to share with you this week. I want to show you what my 3-year-old thinks of the allotment and what he likes to eat when we're down there. I want to show you some videos of the bees that we keep. We don't keep them at the allotment, we keep them somewhere else, but I do want to show you a little bit about the bees. That's my 6-year-old's obsession at the moment. He wants, for his project over the summer holidays, he wants to record a video about bees and then edit it together to show his friends in school how the bees collect nectar, pollen, make honey, and build a hive, and then he wants to show you how to collect the honey and what we use it in. So he's very much involved in the process of food and in the process of creating food. He's very much involved in keeping the pigs for the table as well. Anyway, that's all from me for now. I will have more soon. Coming up on the blog, I have a couple of recipes coming up in my life. We've got a week and a half left until the end of primary school. And then straight after that, the 6-year-old has to have some necessary surgery. So that means that it's going to be a quiet couple of days after school finishes. There's also a birthday coming up, mine. And this year I'm determined that I'm going to celebrate it, because normally I try and forget about it and make it low key and I pretend that it's not happening. But this year I am going to celebrate it, I've decided. And I will be judging the Irish Quality Food Awards in early July. I'll also be speaking at a blogging conference specifically about food blogging, along with my friends from Glenisk and the Right on Track team. And that's pretty much it for the next 3 or 4 weeks. If you want to find out more about me, you'll find me over on wholesomeireland.com and you'll find all the links below. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, and maybe you might like to subscribe so you can get updated as to my videos as we go along. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and I timed that really well because I can hear the 3-year-old downstairs calling me, so I gotta go and sort him out. Take care, bye.